Most people are living in a prison and they don't even realize it. There are no walls, no chains, no guards. The prison is built from other people's opinions, and the fear of being judged controls their entire life. It decides how they dress, how they speak, what they post, what they hide, and what dreams they silently kill just to avoid criticism. That's not freedom. That's quiet submission. Here's the uncomfortable truth. If someone's opinion can disturb your peace, then you've handed them authority over your mind. And most people do this daily without noticing. They adjust their personality to be accepted. They soften their opinions to avoid tension. They laugh when they don't find something funny. They stay quiet when they should speak. And they call this being social. It isn't. It's fear of rejection disguised as politeness. Marcus Aurelius wrote reminders to himself constantly, not because he was weak, but because he understood how easily the mind drifts toward external validation. He reminded himself that you have power over your mind, not outside events. Other people's opinions fall into the category of outside events. That means they are unstable, unpredictable, and ultimately not yours to control. And if something is not yours to control, building your identity around it is irrational. Let's examine this clearly. Why does judgment feel so heavy? Because your brain equates social disapproval with danger. For thousands of years, survival depended on belonging. Being excluded meant vulnerability, so your nervous system reacts to criticism as if something serious is happening. Your heart rate changes. Your thoughts accelerate. You replay moments. You overanalyze tone. But here's the reality. Most modern judgment carries no real consequence. It threatens your image, not your survival, and image is not character. Here's what most people misunderstand. Caring what people think feels responsible. It feels mature. It feels socially intelligent. But in excess, it becomes self-erasure. You start editing yourself before others even react. You anticipate disapproval and shrink preemptively. Over time, you don't even know what you genuinely think anymore because every thought is filtered through potential reactions. Epictetus made a distinction that simplifies everything. Some things are within our control, and others are not. Your effort is within your control. Your intentions are within your control. Your discipline is within your control. Someone else's interpretation of you is not. So if you are emotionally unstable because of interpretations you cannot control, you are living reactively, not deliberately. I've noticed something consistent. The more someone seeks approval, the more fragile they become. Why? Because approval is addictive. The brain rewards validation, likes, praise, compliments they feel good. But once you depend on them, their absence feels threatening, and dependency creates anxiety. You begin performing instead of living. Seneca wrote that we suffer more in imagination than in reality. Think about how much mental energy is wasted on hypothetical judgment. What if they think I'm stupid? What if they don't like this? What if I look foolish? Most of these fears never materialize, and when criticism does happen, it is rarely as catastrophic as your mind predicted. Let's go deeper. Judgment hurts because it challenges identity. If someone criticizes your work, your intelligence, your choices, your ego feels attacked. The ego wants defense. It wants retaliation. It wants reassurance. But Stoicism does not strengthen ego. It strengthens character, and character does not collapse under criticism. It evaluates it calmly. If it's useful, it adjusts. If it's baseless, it discards it. This is where inner authority becomes essential. Inner authority means your standards come from your principles, not from applause. You define what integrity means. You define what discipline means. You define what progress means. And once those definitions are internal, outside opinions lose their power to destabilize you. Understand something clearly. You will be judged no matter what you do. If you pursue ambition, some will call you selfish. If you prioritize peace, some will call you lazy. If you speak boldly, some will call you arrogant. If you stay reserved, some will call you weak. Judgment is constant. So if it is unavoidable, the only rational move is to detach your emotional stability from it. There's another uncomfortable layer to this. Sometimes you fear judgment because part of you doubts yourself. When your actions are not aligned with your values, criticism feels threatening because it exposes inconsistency. But when you live in alignment, criticism loses force. Marcus Aurelius wrote that if someone despises him, that is their concern. His only concern was whether he acted with virtue, that is clarity, that is strength. Imagine making decisions without asking, what will they think? Imagine choosing your path based on reason instead of reaction. Imagine speaking honestly without rehearsing how it will be received. That is not recklessness. That is grounded independence. Here is a practical exercise. For 1 week, notice every moment you hesitate because of potential judgment. Don't immediately change your behavior. Just observe it. Awareness is the first reclaiming of authority. Then ask yourself, is this hesitation based on principle or fear of opinion? If it's fear, lean slightly toward courage. Not dramatically, slightly. That's how resilience builds. Another shift. Separate constructive criticism from emotional noise. Constructive criticism is specific, actionable, and rooted in improvement. Emotional noise is vague, reactive, and often projection. Learn the difference. Accept the first. Ignore the second. Most people spend years trying to be acceptable. The Stoic spends years trying to be stable. Acceptability depends on audience. Stability depends on discipline. One fluctuates, the other strengthens. When you stop caring about what people think, something powerful happens. Your posture changes, your tone changes, your decisions become cleaner, not louder cleaner. You stop over-explaining yourself. You stop apologizing for existing. You stop chasing approval that was never guaranteed. And paradoxically, when you no longer desperately seek validation, you often gain respect. Because calm indifference to unnecessary judgment signals internal strength. Not arrogance, not coldness, strength. Freedom is not the absence of opinions around you. Freedom is the absence of dependence on those opinions. That is the Stoic path. Not emotional numbness, not isolation, internal authority. So the next time you feel that familiar anxiety rise, the tightening in your chest, the overthinking, the urge to adjust yourself, pause. Remember what is yours and what is not. Your effort is yours. Your character is yours. Your discipline is yours. Their thoughts are not. Build your identity on what is yours. Let the rest remain noise. This is real Stoicism, not performance, not approval seeking, discipline of the mind.